you like scary movies?
Because if you do, watch my review. Guys, the Scream franchise does it again. This is quite incredible. 6 movies in, and these movies are still so fun and entertaining and so honestly just fun. It's kind of crazy, right? Because a lot of horror movies, as they keep going and they keep going, the franchise starts going up and down, and it's just crazy. And the Scream franchise, Scream 6, is just another really good movie in the franchise. It's just, honestly, all 6 of these films are good and entertaining. Hell, even the weakest Scream is a good Scream, right? Like Scream 3, I think almost everybody agrees is the weakest of them all. And this is, it's still a good movie. I still enjoy it. I still have tons of fun with Scream 3. So yeah, 6 movies in, and this franchise is still kicking ass. Scream 6, honestly, if you're a fan of this franchise, delivers yet again. After the successful and fun and honestly just kick-ass movie that was Scream 5, bringing the franchise back after an 11-year hiatus or a 10-year hiatus, whatever it was. And we got Scream 6 so quickly announced, I was like, wow, are they just rushing this and are they gonna fuck this shit up? No, they don't. Scream 6, it came out a year and like 2 months after part 5, and it just delivers in all cylinders. It's a ton of fun. I honestly thought it was a really kick-ass movie. So let's just, no spoilers here. I'm not gonna spoil for the movie. Go watch the movie yourself. I went to the movie theater to see it with my friend's shirt, but it has all these like slashers and ghost faces in here. So of course this is the shirt I took to see at the movie theater. So Scream 6, man, it's obviously the 6th installment into the Scream franchise. The first installment without Neve Campbell as Sidney. And personally, leading up to this film, right, there's a lot of people going, oh, there's no Sidney, I don't want to watch it. There's no Scream without Sidney. Personally, I've never been too mad about it, because, I mean, how many times could Ghostface really go after Sidney Prescott? So I was okay with it, especially because we still had Gail Weathers in the film, and we had a returning Hayden Panettiere as Kirby. And which honestly was just those two things. Was like, well, we still got Gail and we got Kirby, man. Kirby's back from Scream 4, which it's a movie that's it's a favorite of mine. I really love Scream 4. I know a lot of people put it on the bottom on rankings, but I'm a personal fan, huge fan of Scream 4. So Scream 6, man, despite no Neve Campbell, fucking still delivers. It's tons of fun. There is a explanation as to why Sidney's not here. It's just like 5-second explanation of, yeah, Sidney's not here because of so. And the movie moves on, and she's mentioned here and there, but yeah, there is no Sidney. If you're thinking that Sidney's still in the movie somehow or something, no, there is no Sidney in this film. And the movie does not suffer because of that. The movie's still really well done, and at least to me, this movie was definitely better than last year's Scream 5, or just Scream 2022. So stupid name. Like, this movie's called Scream 6, and last year's movie was not called Scream 5. Like, it was just Scream. Like the first movie. I fucking hated that shit. So yeah, Scream 6, despite no Sidney, delivers. It's tons of fun. It's still funny. It still has that meta funny humor in it. And all the, now this movie is a sequel to this movie, so the rules are this movie are this, and this. You still have all that. Still tons of fun. Everybody who comes back, the 4 main characters, so right, Tara and Sam and the other 2 whose name I can't even remember right now. Chad and Mindy, there we go, I was struggling to remember the 4 names, are all here, and they feel better than before. They feel more united. They feel like a more core group, almost like the original 3 of Sidney, Gail, and Dewey. Maybe not as strong as those 3 yet, but they feel stronger in this film than they did in the last film, and I like that. I'm not going to spoil anything, like I said. I like the opening of the film. We all know the Scream movies open with a killing right at the beginning, and all that, and an attack right in the beginning. And I like the way Scream 6 goes about this, because it was by far probably the most creative of all openings. Maybe not Scream 4. I love Scream 4, the movie inside the movie opening. But it was definitely, as soon as the movie started and the opening happens, I'm like, huh? Like, what? And it's just a strong opening right there. It was like really, really well done opening. And even its climactic ending was really well done. The killer reveal, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil, don't worry. But the killer reveal was so well done, so it was different, and it was really good. The killer reveal was definitely an interesting aspect of the film, and the opening was a different aspect of the film that was just, it was done differently than before, and I appreciate that. And you have all the returning characters, like I mentioned, and obviously right now there's a lot of love for Jenna Ortega because of Wednesday, and I see a lot of people saying, I want to see this movie because Jenna Ortega's in it. That's cool and all, but if in case you don't know, she's in Scream 5. So yeah, that's a little funny. I find that funny to me when people say, oh, Jenna Ortega's in this one, so I'm gonna go watch it. I'm glad you want to go watch it. Bring in the more seats. So, but yeah, she was in part 5, so your statement doesn't kind of make sense to me. So yeah, and Jenna Ortega is really good in this film. She was good in part 5, right? So that was good. Sam's in the movie, obviously, and she's really good in the movie. And it's just everything that this is by far the most brutal Scream possibly yet. The brutality is ramped up to 11, and it's just perfecto. Like I'm a gore hound, and the fact that they ramped up the violence in here, oh man, points for you for that. It was just great. There was a lot of kills in this movie that I went like, damn, it was really good. Like, wow, that was a dope kill. I like that kill. So yeah, so the gore is just thrown up to 11. It was cool. It was dope. Definitely probably the bloodiest Scream. And if you're a horror guy like me, dude, you're gonna love that shit. Or girl, you're gonna love that shit. It was really good. I want to talk about some things. The tension in this film in certain scenes is just also ranked up to 11. This isn't a spoiler. It's in the trailer. If you've seen the trailer, the bodega scene, for example, with Ghostface with the shotgun, that shit was intense. I was like, oh shit, yo. So yeah, some stuff in here that was in the trailer was really dope, and also something that else was in the trailer. So this isn't a spoiler. The shrine of the Ghostface. That was cool, and that's something that when it comes out on 4K, I want to watch this movie again. And there's so many Easter eggs to the first 5 films, because even though this is a direct sequel to 6, this movie looks at essentially all of all the 5 previous Scream films. And there's a part where they talk about all those events and stuff like that. And it's just cool to see. So the shrine has so many Easter eggs and so many things from all the previous movies. It just, if you watch it on 4K or Blu-ray or DVD when it comes out, you're gonna want to pause just so you can see everything, every little detail. And I love that. And the fact that the movie's just playing, I'm like, wait, I want to focus on every little detail that I can. So like I said, it's not a spoiler. The shrine's in the trailer. So yeah, I want to see every little detail in this shrine. So yeah, it was just everything. There was nothing wrong with this movie but one thing. There's just one thing. I have one complaint. The movie, gore, good. Story, good. Actors, good. Everything about it is good. Sydney explanation why she's not here, good. I was okay with it. But there's just one thing. I feel like the movie takes place in New York, and that was one of the aspects of the movie that had me so excited. I was like, whoa, yeah, wow, New York. And obviously we've seen a slasher go to New York before. Jason Voorhees, Jason Takes Manhattan, probably one of the most hated Friday 13th films. Personal favorite of mine. So yeah, we've seen Jason take New York, so how is Ghostface gonna take New York? And that's the thing. I feel like this movie doesn't take enough of a liberty with the fact that it's in New York. It's just disappointing to me that I was hoping to see more of New York than we actually get to see. I feel like the movie doesn't take enough of that aspect in. Like, Jason Takes Manhattan is infamous because it didn't really film in New York except for the Times Square scene. But that's the thing. You see Jason in Times Square. And I was hoping to see Ghostface in Times Square, for example. And that doesn't happen. Like, I feel like the New York aspect, they didn't take enough advantage of it. That's my only complaint. Like, I wish we would have seen more stuff in New York, like big landmarks, sorry, like in Times Square or near the Statue of Liberty or something like that. Now, I know the budget probably would have risen up a lot more because of filming in those places, but damn it, we did not get that, and that's the only bummer for me. Like, we saw Jason in Times Square, and I was hoping to see Ghostface in Times Square, and it doesn't happen. So yeah, it's the New York aspect of it cool. Yeah, like they're in the subway, you see that in the trailer, in the apartments and stuff like that, and they go into a bodega, which is also seen in the trailer, right? In New York, there's a bunch of bodegas and shit. So like there's certain things about it, like yeah, okay, they're in New York, but just I just feel like the movie could have used the New York aspect of it a lot more and a bigger landmarks than what they actually do, and that was my only gripe and letdown with the movie. Besides that complaint, the movie just delivered in all cylinders. All the actors are good in the movie. The killer reveal was good in the movie. Kirby returning was good in the movie. Gail's in the movie. Like the brutality's on the movie. Like Scream 6. The fact that Scream can say that all 6 films are this fucking good and it's all fun, that's an accomplishment because a lot of these franchises, like I can use Jason as Voorhees as an example. I love Jason Voorhees, but I detest and hate Jason Goes to Hell. And Halloween, I love Michael Myers, but I hate and detest Halloween Resurrection. Like they all have that movie that's like whatever, or that's fucking trash. And the fact that Scream, even Scream 3, which is considered the weakest by most, is still a good movie. It's still a fun movie. It's a flawed, sure, but it's the fun, yeah. So, yeah, it's 6 movies in, and this is great. Will there be another one? Who knows? I don't know. I hope so. If they can keep firing at the cylinder that this is firing right now, man, bring him on. Like, just bring him on. And Nev Campbell, who chose not to be in this film because of a pay dispute, if you thought the movie was not going to be good because you're not in it because you wanted more money, I'm afraid to say the movie is good without you. So yeah, that's a shame because I want to see Sydney back at some point, but if we don't, we now know, girl, this can work without you. So yeah, unfortunately, I hope we see Sydney again, but if it doesn't, Scream 6 has proved the Scream can work without Sydney Prescott. So yeah, I'm sorry. The movie was just kick ass. It really was kick ass. And in my personal opinion, it was better than Scream 5. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a rewatch and rank all the Screams. That could be fun. So yeah, this has been my review of Scream 6. So why do I give the movie? I give this a fucking 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. This movie was just awesome. As a Scream fan, as a horror fan, as a slasher fan, and the only reason I don't give this a 10 all the way is because my gripe of it not using New York as much as it should have, as much as it should have. So yeah, go watch this film. If you're a Scream fan, go watch this film. If you want to see this because of Jenna Ortega, go see this film. I don't care if that statement makes no sense. Bring in money so that maybe we get more and more. Because as long as they can deliver at this bar, why stop? Right? No, if you can't give me a good script for a part 7, don't even try it. But you delivered in Scream 6, and I gotta give you credit for that, guys. You all did awesome in this film. This movie was great. And like I said, the opening was creative. The ending was great. The reveal, the returning Kirby, which I always assumed like Kirby was dead in Scream 4. I never took it like, well, you never see her officially stay down or whatever, or everything like that. Like some people had the theory, oh, Kirby might be alive, and I would just say, oh, she's dead. And the fact that fans and Hayden and brought all this together, and it's like, you guys, you know what? It worked because seeing her again was awesome. What she's doing in the movie, I won't spoil. But it was interesting. It's not what I expected when she was going to be in the movie. When she was announced to be in this movie, I did not expect her to play the character that she plays. And the guy who plays the cop, who's essentially, in a way, Dewey's replacement, I thought he was pretty good too. Gavin Mitchell, nice to meet you. Friends reference? Right. So, yeah, go watch Scream 6, y'all. Scream 6 was a ton of fun. I laughed. I fucking screamed, no pun intended. It was just overall a great film. Go watch it. I really do. Let's see what's next for the Scream franchise. Can they do a 7? Will it be as good as the rest? We'll see. This has been the one and the only Brian Redgrave with my review of Scream 6. Go watch it. Go check it out. It's fun. Only one complaint that I had. Besides that, the movie was all around just awesome. Brian Redgrave,